Okay, here we go. Let's install Blender and HEAVYPOLY config in this quick little video. So first, we're going to builder.blender.org, and you're going to want the highest number that you see here. It's not going to be 2.9 in the future. It'll be 2.1 billion gazillion. So choose whatever the highest number is. Okay, and also, we're going to go to github.com/heavypoly/heavypoly_blender, and I'll try to post the links in the description. But anyway, get over here to GitHub and then go to the right side, clone or download, and download zip. Alright, so quick note, you want to get both of these downloads on the same day because they will always be matching with each other. So if you have bugs or things aren't working and you have, let's say, a really old version of Blender with a really new version of the scripts, they're not going to work together well. So they have to both be downloaded from the same day to keep them synced up. Okay, so now that we have both downloads, let's go in there. And this is the same for Linux and Windows here. What you're going to do is just, on Windows and Linux, you're going to unzip your Blender download. Just unzip it to a folder on your desktop or anywhere. But in this case, I will double click it because I'm on a Mac. Oops. And on the Mac, you will get this little window. So you have to drag this thing into here, which I did in advance, just like the baking shows. And now I'm going to go into my applications folder. And hang tight, Windows and Linux people, we're going to get to you in a second. But for Mac, you're going to double click on your freshly installed Blender with no scripts or nothing, just regular default Blender. Just double click it because Mac needs to verify it, I guess, like this. And then it's also going to come up with this thing. It's downloaded from the internet. Okay, open it. Cool. So now it's going to open the default Blender, just to make sure that works. For Windows and Linux, you don't have to do this step. Okay, let's close that up. All good. Next, we are going to right-click on Blender application. Here, just right-click on it. Oh my gosh, right-click. And then show package contents. Okay. Now you're going to click on contents and then you're going to click on resources. Okay, so now you see this little folder that has 2.90 in it. And again, that number is going to change depending on what version you downloaded. For Windows and Linux, all you guys have to do is unzip your Blender folder somewhere and then go into that Blender folder and you should see this right away. So now we're all together now in the same spot, hopefully, and we're going to go into 2.90 or whatever number. It's probably going to be higher. Okay, now you're going to see these three folders: data files, Python, scripts. Now we go to our scripts. So there's our scripts. I extracted it somewhere, and I'm going to open that up in Finder, I guess. And basically, we're going to drag these two. Oh, actually, hold on. Very important step before we drag anything. Very, very important step on Mac. So I'm going to select these. Actually, you don't need the README. So I'm going to select these. And very, very important, you have to hold down the Option key first. And then you can drag it into the empty space over here. Make sure that you're holding the Option key. And you see this little green thingy-majigger. And when you let go, it's going to ask you, stop, replace, or merge. If you don't see the merge option, cancel. Just say stop. But if you do see the merge option, then say, okay, merge. Great. Same thing on Windows and Linux. I don't think you have to press any special keys. Just drag and drop these right into this empty space here. And so it looks like that. Config, data files, Python scripts. Cool. Now, we can go back. And in this folder here, back one, is where the Windows and Linux Blender executable or file will be. So you can find your Blender right here. and start it up. For Apple, you guys already know where it is. It's inside of Applications and Blender. So let's go and just double check and make sure it looks okay. And keep in mind, it might not look exactly the same as this because, you know, the scripts change a little bit from time to time. So don't worry if it's a little different. You will have the latest version if you downloaded it today. Okay, so here it is. You're going to have this little text file with all these hotkeys on the right side. You're going to have this grayish interface, and then Control spacebar, not Command spacebar, but Control spacebar. You should see a little pie menu, this Select Pie, pop up. And if you see this, you're all set. All right, so I hope that wasn't too bad. I hope we all made it through it. And cool. I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.